What's up everybody and welcome back to An Idiot's Road to Glory, where we are jumping in with Stuff I Did, where we are playing some FUT Champs of course because it is the weekend. We're going to jump straight in with comments of the day. The comment today is everyone today. Well, it is everyone, but it's also specifically Janssen because he's turned his notifications on like a smart man. So the comment of the day is everyone, because loads of you guys just showing loads of love and being really nice and saying you like the Road to Glory because it is relatable and stuff like that in the comments. But Janssen's put his notifications on, which is a good idea because YouTube Subbox, first of all, look at this ridiculous speed up. Like, the game was doing my nutting today. I wasn't having a good time of it at all. Just with, not even with gameplay or playing bad or anything like that, just with the game in general. But yeah, YouTube Subbox has changed and they don't always put every video in your Subbox, even when you subscribe to someone. So make sure you got the notifications on so you never miss an episode of this. But look, we're frozen again. And I'm actually going to bore you guys and make you watch this just to show you how long this was frozen for. And if you're listening in the background as well, you'll be able to hear that there's still, in fact it doesn't do it on this one actually. There's no crowd noise and anything, the game is just totally frozen. But if you listen in a second when it does eventually, like, I know you guys are like, what are you showing us this for, Andy? Like it was kicking me for an activity or trying to and stuff, and I put the controller down. How long was that frozen for? And then all of that just played out in like 4 times speed. Like if you listen to the commentary now, it's normal speed and they're talking about normal stuff, but the game's going mental and I've got no control over my players because all of this that I'm seeing now, I was pressing buttons and stuff so you can see Boateng cleared it away. All my players are just running that way because I was holding the controller. That was the way I was running when the game froze, and all of that happened while the game was frozen, so I had no control over any of them players, and that guy scored while I couldn't see the screen and then showed me it all in rapid succession with crazy speed up lag. So yeah, very annoying, very annoying. And it was in a game that I felt was winnable as well. Like this guy didn't feel incredible at FIFA, to be honest. If you like, we were creating chances, we were doing well, we were playing well. That was one of our closer chances from Wayne Rooney. Maybe chose the wrong shot there and should have tried to smash the top bins. But we were doing well, basically, is what I want to get across to you guys. When this guy, again, coming at us, we get the ball cleared away with Matic. And then, wait for it. Wait for it. Where's it going to do it? Where's it going to do it? There we go. There we go. It's froze again. Amazing. Now, if you listen, I've left the game sound in. There is still game sound there this time. The game is still currently going on in this. Like I don't really know why. Well, I used to think I knew why, but I don't anymore. And I'm not going to make you guys watch the whole thing. I did time it. As you can see, it's trying to kick me for an activity and giving the controller wiggle and making it stop, but it doesn't actually do anything. This was actually 6 minutes. The game froze for 6 real life minutes, and then eventually it did come back, as you guys are about to see now. I've jump cut it. And once again, you can see my Petit were just sprinting that way because that's the way I was moving my controller when it went out. The guy didn't actually score that one. I think he did. There was not a chip shot, Gareth Bale, but again, we just got the sticks going that way. I'm not touching the controller at this point, and the game's gone off its head. You can see Foreman wagging his head backwards and forwards because it's going quadruple speed or something, and it's just a little bit stupid, to be honest with you. The whole game's playing out, and then it was just like, you've finished because of inactivity. You've quit because of inactivity. Yeah, okay, fine. I mean, all my players were running that way, so I was controlling my players. But look, I've brightened this footage up here. You can see the game still going on in the background. It's kicked me for inactivity, but my players and the game's carried on. Like, the goalie's about to take the goal kick and stuff. What's going on? This game has just gone absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, there you go. He's took it. And all the players have started moving and the game's... That guy's playing. And I've got this screen. I mean, what I assume is because it was froze for 6 minutes, it played all the way up to half-time. And then we had the watch all the replays at half-time because I can't skip them. And then we had the 30 seconds or whatever it is that you get at half-time. And then we had stand there while I kick off. And then eventually the game realised that, hang on, he's not actually playing. And then that bit there was it showing me all of that stuff from when it was froze for 6 minutes in the background after realising it kicked me. I don't really know. But basically, that happened twice and we had an absolutely tragic start to FUT Champs. Yeah. That happened to me earlier as well, where I lost the game because of speed up lag. And I forgot to clip that one. It was last night, but that's where my 2 losses have come from. And it was very annoying. When it happened last night, I was like, I'm not playing again. And it happened again today, and I was like, this is getting a little bit silly. But I've always known that it is because of your router dropping packets when you're playing on Wi-Fi. So we jump into another game where we come against this guy. Decent Premier League team with the Death Triangle, like what I used to have. Foot birthday Yaya, probably should have gone for foot birthday Rooney instead of that Lacazette mate. But other than that, a pretty decent team, to be honest with you guys. And it just kicks me straight away. Did you notice, and keep an eye on it because we do try to go in a game, look at how fast all their menus are moving. And look at how fast the billboards are moving. When it's like, once it jumps back to this screen, everything works normally, as you can see. And all the menus are absolutely fine. It took a contract off me for that. I had put some fitness cards on and stuff, but it didn't seem to take any fitness, just a contract. So we jump into another game. And like I said, this happens because of packet loss from your router, or so I thought, but I'm wired, so I don't know how you can drop wireless packets when you're on a wired connection. I've got absolutely no idea what is going on, but I'm just basically trying to get some FUT Champs games done, to be honest. It's probably not the wisest thing to carry on playing. We jump into another game after getting boosted after that one, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. But look at the speed that the billboards are changing behind the teams. That's not normal on FIFA. Like, this guy's team isn't normal. He's got, like, loads of icons and Team of the Year Ivanucci and stuff like that, but the boards and that little flash of the squad, I don't know, it doesn't look right, and it just kicks me again. So the first one I thought, alright, that's a little bit weird, maybe the FIFA servers are being a bit dodgy. After this one, I was like, okay, there's something going on here. This is probably me, because it's giving me my coins for it. It's not giving me a loss, and it's even giving me the 1,000 coins boost that I bought for getting to level 40, where you get 15 gains, 1,000 extra coins. So I was like, alright, it's took a contract off me. It's not giving me a loss. We're still 0-2. We're not 0-3 or 0-4 as we probably should be. And I was just thinking, is it me? It shouldn't be me, because I'm not getting given a loss for it. So we all know if you rage quit the game of FUT Champs, if you draw and it doesn't give the guy that you're playing against a win, but it does give you a loss. But I wasn't getting given the loss. Then I was thinking, is it me? Is that just incredibly coincidental? But looking back at the footage, it probably isn't, and it definitely isn't, because you'll see in a sec. But look at how fast the boards are changing. Again, this guy's got a pretty decent team. So he's gone from playing a guy with an average Premier League team to getting matched up with a guy against an insane icon team, and now this guy's got a sick Serie A team. And I was like, for Christ's sake, can I just play the first guy? And I did that. That guy kicked off, and I was like, oh no, it's actually going to give me the loss this time, because he's kicked off. Like, there's nothing I can do. I'm not doing anything. And it's booted me, but it didn't give me the loss. So I was baffled, and I was tweeting out, and one guy suggested to me to turn off my Xbox and pull the power cord out, and apparently that like resets the network settings, and you get reassigned to a new server for FUT Champs and stuff like that once you go back onto FIFA. So that's what I did. As you can see me booting FIFA back up here. What I've essentially just done there is a no loss glitch. Unintentionally, obviously, because I just want to play a game of FUT Champs. And wait, have we just matched up? Have I edited this footage wrong, or have we just matched up? Oh no, okay, that's just an incredibly similar team. I'm getting really confused. He's got Son at striker and the Death Triangle rather than Son at left forward. Okay, so we reset our FIFA and we jumped into a game against this guy. But like I said, what I've essentially done is I've just done the no loss glitch 3 times by accident. But that also proves that the no loss glitch is still there. I don't know if that would work if I conceded. Obviously, I couldn't get to that point, and I wasn't even trying to do it. But it is clear that there is, if someone could replicate that and play the game normally and then replicate whatever was going on with my internet or my connection to the FUT servers, when you go 1-0 down, go and do whatever happened and you just get kicked out the game and you don't get a loss. We were playing good when we could actually play FIFA. Like, 3rd minute in, this guy tried to bait us out by bringing his goalie out, and we were just like, nah, no chance, mate. We're chipping that straight over you with Thierry Henry. And yeah, I don't know, it just feels really weird. The amount of things that are in this game with, if you accidentally press the Xbox button, you get booted from the game. If you take too long putting your... If you press the Xbox button in a menu but you're out for more than 5 seconds, you get booted from the game. If you take too long doing it, you can't do anything basically. If you take too long reading that message, you get kicked. If you press go from the pause menu and then your opponent doesn't, so it's still paused, but you press the Xbox button and you still get kicked. There's so much crazy stuff going on with it to try and stop the no loss glitch. I mean, I've apparently just inadvertently done it 3 times. But absolutely battering this guy, by the way. I know I'm not really addressing this game at all. Hammering him. He couldn't even get the ball. And to be honest, I was just trying to get into rage quit, and we started showboating. So I almost scored the most insane goal I've ever scored in the weekend league here, fully mugging him off with Salah, and then got to this point. I was like, oh, what do I do now? I don't really know, but we pulled it across the Alaba. Probably should have just shot there, and I could have said, oh, look at this, I've scored a 6 skill goal. But I tried to go one better and ended up cocking it up. But yeah, it's obviously still in the game, and it's obviously possible to do a no loss glitch, because I've just done it accidentally 3 times. I mean, if they ban me for that because they're checking it out on, like, you could go into that game, and even if you can't do it when you 1-0 up, you'd be like, Christ, he's got 4 icons on a team of the year. No loss glitch. And just keep doing it until you get someone with a crap team that's clearly only got into the weekend league for the first time. It's just a bit silly. Like, obviously I'm not doing it deliberately. Like, I'm just trying to play some FUT champs against whoever I come up against. But EA could look at that and see that I have quit 3 times from the squad screen and just dodged 3 people. Like, I mean, it's a pretty silly thing to do. The first guy didn't have a particularly good team. So if I was actually no loss glitching, I wouldn't have dodged him. I would have given him a game. But I don't know. It's weird. I don't really know where to go with that. I don't know if there's anything they can do. I did then, as I was buying some fitness cards, get given these because I went and linked my account to Twitch. So if you guys make sure you go and do that, just leave the Twitch thing of the Manchester Regionals on in the background, and there's a chance to get some free stuff. But again, after we've reset our Xbox, it seems to be fine. We've jumped into another game. This guy has got a decent Premier League team. He's got Pogba, he's got De Bruyne, he's got Hazard, he's got FUT Birthday Rooney. Not too shabby of a squad. I forgot to pause it to change my team around because I wasn't really paying attention. Like, at this point, I was just sort of, what's the word? Not bothered is the common way to put it. There is actually a word. Disenfranchised, I think, is the actual word that I was trying to think of with playing FUT champs. And at this point, I wasn't really bothered and I wasn't paying attention. And I think I was reading the comments on yesterday's video, and this guy scored the kickoff goal thanks to some absolutely horrific defending from me. But I changed my squad. I checked out his team because I wasn't even looking at his team when we first went into the game, and thought to myself, all right, if you're gonna actually play, like you can. I forgot to even put instructions on my players, and I had to go back in and put the instructions on again. But I said to myself, if you're gonna sit here and play FUT champs for the Road to Glory, for the video, for you guys to have some content to watch, you may as well do it properly. Like, it's not taking any extra of your time to actually try. So I may as well actually try. I was still kind of showboating, as you can see here, having a bit of a mess out with Henry and scoring an absolute banger. But I was playing seriously. I know this guy was, and realised this guy wasn't particularly good, and I could kind of mess about a little bit, but I was actually really trying, like properly trying out, because a game of FIFA is 12 minutes. It's a game of FIFA. It's 12 minutes. Whether I mess about and don't really try, or whether I actually try hard. Obviously, actually try hard and it's a bit more mentally tasking, but if I'm going to sit here and play it, I may as well actually try. So that's what we did. We eventually got a decent chance with Wayne Rooney in the 40th minute to make it 2-1. And then as we jump to the next clip, this guy was trying to score a kickoff goal and we just robbed the ball off him with Thierry and got on a kickoff goal counter-attack of our own. He was so desperately trying to do that type of defending where, as you can see with grabbing De Bruyne there, you try and get the person behind the attacker and bring them back to make up the numbers and harass them from behind. But he was pretty bad at it, to be honest with you, and once I'd noticed that, it was so easy to exploit. As you can see, I was just jogging forward with Rooney until the through ball was there because I knew he wasn't going to come and tackle me. And we were just absolutely all over him, to be perfectly honest with you guys. It's 3-1 just after half time. We grab ourselves a corner, and I mean, you guys know what's coming. I'm only showing you guys this clip because we've scored. We've got quite good at scoring corners. This one doesn't go in directly from the header, but Boateng, of all people, is there just to tap it in and make it 4-1 in the 60th minute. So the near post, I used to hate taking corners because you get counted from them so much, but it doesn't seem to happen as much anymore. So it's good to actually go for them, drill them near post. And then 10 minutes later, we've got the ball with Henry. We're just sort of dribbling around, doing some ball rolls, practicing our dribbling and stuff, and I thought, why not, let's have a bang. And there we go, Henry smashes it in the far post at 5-1. So yeah, try hard and works is basically the moral of this video. Try hard and works, and apparently so does the no loss glitch. That is the moral of this video. I was trying to get this guy to rage quit and doing all skills and stuff, but he wouldn't. Even potential Wayne Rooney 40-yard screamers weren't annoying him enough to get him to quit. He was getting annoyed and like going for, I mean, I've just slide tackled him there, but going for like stupid slide tackles and stuff and getting really reckless when he was playing against me. But he didn't want to rage quit, which I suppose is fair enough to him if he wants to carry on playing, but he played it out till full time. He lost 5-1, and that was our start of FUT Champ. So 2 games where we lost because of speed up lag and the game freezing and stuff like that. And then we turned off our Xbox, pulled the power cord out, left it there for a couple of minutes, plugged it back in, and everything's absolutely fine. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I can only assume we were on the world's most horrendous FUT Champs server, and we've been reassigned to a different one, but yeah, I don't know. Man of the match for Jerome Boateng, 9s across the attacking lineup apart from Paul Raheem Sterling. And we've got a nice 1,500 coins because of that coin boost as well that I was telling you guys about. So, I mean, it looks kind of close there, to be honest with you, but, I mean, it was 5-1. We were just messing about, really, at the end. And there we go. That is 2 and 2, which is incredibly frustrating because the first 2 people were of a similar FIFA standard and a similar game standard as them ones, and they just scored goals because of speed up lag. So, yeah, kind of annoying. We probably should be 4-0. But I say we probably should be. Like, there's no guarantee that you're going to win them games anyway. I've had stupid games like that before where you absolutely batter people and you just can't win. Like, the game, it's just sometimes you just can't win. But I would have put my money on being 4-0 playing against them 4 opponents. I mean, we've technically had 7 opponents. I probably wouldn't have put my money on beating the guy with 4 icons and a team of the year, Bonucci. But luckily, we accidentally no-loss glitched them. So, yeah, this game's mad. After I'm going to leave this video, we're just going to have an episode of stuff I did because I've been playing some FUT Champs and FIFA's been being weird. But thank you for all the love on the road to glory. I'll get you guys updated with some more FUT Champs tomorrow and some market crash stuff and maybe some new signings and things like that. But for now, we've just basically been playing FUT Champs. But we finally started off FUT Champs. Yeah, I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.